I wrote something. This is like most any writing, it's pretty much an experiment. Uh, Hello, everybody. My name is James Craig Wilson. I am an aspiring artist and basically wish to share my life experiences with anybody who really cares or gives a who really cares. I do care. That is one thing most assuredly about me. I definitely do care. I have been around the world, not well, kind of close. I've seen a lot of the world. That might be the most honest truth right there, as if there's a dishonest truth. Anyway, I've met many different people, all kinds of interesting souls along this path that I have traveled. I I am very thankful for this. I thank those who have walked with me. I thank you, those of you who've shared your stories and some moments and some things I'd probably never admit to that you and I shared. Don't worry, your secret and or secrets are safe with me. Anyway, I put together a couple things here. I've been trying to understand about myself and about interactions with other people. And this is one of my things is I'm trying to learn to listen. And here I'm speaking and yakety yakety yak. I'm learning to listen. So that's what this very brief thing is about. So learning to listen. Here's what I think I know. And I invite you to please tell me what you think. I have been told that I am not the world's best listener. I don't think you know who the world's best listener is anyway. So anyway, I am most assuredly not the world's best listener. But I don't like that word but. I mean, I like not like that but you know what I mean? The word that I want to insert in there is and. And I think it's most important that I realize that although I may not be the world's best listener, I am at least one of those who are somewhat aware that they could learn to listen better. Is that like really doing all that? That's fun. Here's what I got. Very briefly. Listening is a very important skill for effective communication. This begets, so I want to communicate. That's what I'm doing. So I want to learn to listen. And for me to listen is for me to be able to learn. And that right there in and of itself improves my listening skills. And to do so, I know there's a question I don't have answered in this thesis here, but uh, why do I care what you think? Well, I do. I most assuredly care what you think. Sometimes I don't listen. I'd say a lot of times I don't listen. But here's what I've tried to do is learn to listen, and that's what this is all about. Number one, remove distractions. I don't think the lighting and there's nobody else in my room, my house right now. So it's a quiet place. I've eliminated to the best of my ability all the distractions. Nobody's ringing me up on the phone. The ringer's off, I think. Okay, next thing. I want to learn to listen. So the focus becomes less about me and more about you. I'm going to give you my full attention. I'm going to do my best to not let my mind wander. So, what do you think? What's important to you? Why are you listening to me? Why am I listening to you? Oh, but the mind does wander. I am an artist. That is the very nature of my existence. My mind wanders, and that's where I get. Okay. So I got to act like no, not act. There's a difference between act and the word show. I'm going to show you that I am interested. I care. There are a lot of things that I do that are nonverbal communications, like such. Okay. And that is something, these cues, like making eye contact, or these are things that I'm supposed to do. Again, I like to parse these words. Supposed to do. No. I am here because I am most assuredly interested in you. I am learning to listen. Why? Maybe we'll come back to that. I got to learn to not interrupt. Learning to listen means that I let you speak your mind, finish your thoughts, do all that, and then listen. And for me to try very, very much to hear what you said. Learning to listen is all about this. I'll tell you something odd. I've lost a little bit of my hearing. I've been a musician for the better part of my adult life. So yeah, sometimes I can't blame my not listening to my not hearing. Big difference. After I have done my best to listen to what you have said to me, I want to empathize. That means take what you know. You're smart. Take what you have told me and chew on it. Digest it. Listen. Think about it. There's a reason why you took your time. And one tool, one of the more important parts of doing this process is to repeat in my mind and in my speech what you just told me. I want you to know that I was trying to listen, and that in some part, in fact, I heard. I can't promise that I understood what you said. I can't promise that I could put myself in your shoes. I did not live your life. I don't see things from your perspective. I promise this. I will try. I will try to once again reflect, not repeat, but to reflect what you said to me. You told me, you were kind enough to tell me what you feel. And I hope that you appreciate that I'm kind enough to tell you that I really want to know. I've got a bunch of stuff I'd like to tell you too, no doubt. This empathizing and practicing. The more I try this, the more I learn to listen. Shut up is not a pretty word, but I think it's a very important part of this learning to listen process. As we move forward, I want to hear what you think about the way I performed or the way that this process is working. And also, I want your feedback. I want to hear from you. And if we have a group, I want to hear what others, their listening skills, how that it's not easy to be criticized or to hear somebody tell you, yeah, you're a whatever. People can be so involved in their own things, or maybe they see you for something that should be absolutely stupid obvious to me. Yeah, I shouldn't drink so much, or you could say a lot of different things, that I speak too much. That's why I decided to write this down. I am going to try very, very much as I move forward to remember this. In summary, listening is very, very much an interactive process. It's an active process. It requires that we have a goal. You and I are very different, and what we're doing in this process is not just something that happens passively. It's not just something that we just show up and blah. No, it takes a very, very conscious effort. For me, I believe this is true. For me, to improve my listening skills, I need to become a better listener, and by part and parcel of that very process, I need to be a better communicator. It's very important to me to have more successful interactions with others, and learning to listen and understanding the goals of that, which is that we've both been through it. We've all been through it. And the reason that we sit here for 12 minutes is because we think that maybe by us doing this, we might help each other. God bless.